Hey guys, Mitch here with the TheAudioDabbler YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the BoomX-U by Comica. It's their broadcasting level multifunctional mini UHF wireless microphone, and so let's get into it. So this is the box that it comes in, and so I don't need that box anymore because it comes in this nice canvas carrying case, which has two pockets on it. The main pocket here kind of opens up, and you've got a little mesh thing so you can stick all the many different cables it comes with, which is nice. And this is the 2 transmitter version, and so I have 2 transmitters and 1 receiver with this right here, and they all fit nice and neat in this little foam packaging, and it all nice and closes up, and so that is really nice. Just let you know that all the audio on this video itself, unless otherwise noted, which there shouldn't be any otherwise noted, will be filmed using this this system. And so I have it right now mic'd up with the lavalier that it comes with. So since this is a 2 transmitter system, it comes with 2 lavalier microphones. It does have antennas like this right here, and so if you want to get better range, then definitely open up the antenna. Just be mindful that you don't like sit down weird or anything, so that way you don't break off the antenna. But I just have that clipped in my back pocket right now. All right, speaking of the clips on both the transmitters and the receiver both slide into a hot shoe mount, which is a really nice design, and props to Comica for making it multifunctional belt clip, so you can just slide it right into a hot shoe. This is how I have the receiver mounted on the top of the camera right now. Speaking of the receiver has an IR sensor, and so does the transmitters, and that's for easy pairing in group A or B. They all charge via USB-C, which brings me to my first and about my only complaint is that it only comes with 1 USB-C charger. So the battery life lasts about 6 hours, and it's a 600 milliamp battery. Takes about an hour or so to charge. Only having 1 cable was kind of messy, but I just went on Amazon, picked up a couple more, and so I would suggest if you get this system, if you don't have a bunch of USB-C cables lying around already, then just maybe get you a couple. I think I got a couple for 10 or 12 bucks, and so that will help out. The good thing is though, if you have those and you have little battery banks, they will run on the battery banks while they're charging as well, so that will give you a little extra life if you want to go that route. They also come with 2 of these cables. One is a TRS to TRS, which I'm currently using out of the output of the receiver into the mic input of the camera, and that's how the audio is being transmitted. But this one is for the TRS to TRRS, and that's used for smartphones that have headphone jacks, or if you have the little dongle that goes with your iPhone, you can use that, plug that in, and you can get wireless audio to your phone, to your video app, or whatever you're using. If you're using your phone to vlog with and you want to get some wireless system, this one comes with a cable to do that. If you use this for like churches, any kind of venues or whatever, it does come with a 3.5 TRS to XLR cable, which would be really good to plug it into your audio interface. I've tested that, and it works well to transmit audio wirelessly to your computer if you want to record that way, or if you're at a wedding and you need to mic some people up and they got mixers that have the XLR cables, you're good to go with that. Each of the transmitters actually have a built-in microphone themselves, and they come with a little dead cat that goes right on top. And so that would be good if you're out and about and you need some, kind of muffle out the wind. That will work that way. And as far as the lavalier microphones go, it comes with 2. And they lock in. They have a little locking clip, and so once you plug it in there, it's not coming loose because it's got a little clip that's attached. All right, as far as pairing the devices go, they each have the IR sensor, and you just go down, you click on the menu, you go down, and it'll say group A. You click on the menu button again, that will select it, then you select pair. You just line up those IRs. Once you do that, you shouldn't have to do it again. It should automatically pair, and it'll show you the channel. Speaking of the receiver and the menu system, it does have a nice little colored screen that shows you signal, and it shows you battery life and audio input, whether or not you're clipping or anything like that. Also in the menu, you can adjust the volume of each individual transmitter or each group, because they're in group A and group B, so you can kind of adjust it from 0 to 12, I think. But I have them set on 8, and I have my camera set, my gain and my camera set all the way over, because I feel like it's always better to be able to have a little headroom. That way you can boost it in post and not have to worry about it. But if you're already hot, then it clips, and there's really not a lot you can do with that. All right, so also on the transmitters, you have a mute button, and the power button also doubles as a low cut. So right now I'm going to mute my lavalier. All right, so this is a test of the built-in microphone on the transmitter itself. And I'm going to click the power button once, and that's going to turn on the low cut filter. And so this is a test with the low cut filter enabled with the built-in microphone of the transmitter. And this is the test with it off again. So the low cut filter is off, low cut filter is on, the low cut filter is back off, and now I'm going to switch this back off. All right, so now I'm going to test the lavalier mic with the low cut filter. So this is without the low cut filter enabled. This is with the low cut filter enabled. And now this is back with the low cut filter disabled. And so there's you a good audio comparison of what those buttons do and how it affects the sound. All right, before I get into using both of these transmitters at the same time, I'm going to run outside and we're going to do a test. I am just going to walk to the back of the property and back, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, so I'm outside. I have the transmitter with the antenna out. Got it just kind of clipped to my back pocket. So right now it's facing away, and I am going to hit record on my GoPro so that you can kind of walk with me. And I'm going to go back here. It's about 140, 150 feet, and we're just going to see how see if there's any audio breakups and see how the audio is. And so you can watch me walk, and I'm right here. The sun is right there and making a crazy glare. It was, but Audio Test Comica says it has a distance of about 120 meters, which is a long way, and I really can't really think about why I would want to be able to transmit that far, but it says it can. So if you have that need, then definitely something to think about. And actually, if you do have that need and you're wanting me to, maybe go out and measure out and actually test 120 meters, then leave a comment below, and I will kind of do that as I get time and find a place I can actually do that at. But right now I'm just kind of spinning in circles. I'll show you all the way down there at the end is where on the back porch, back little patio is where the camera is. So you can see it's a good little distance, and so kind of walking around. I'm going to go back to the camera, kind of walk that way and just see how the audio is. Bring it back up, open it up, and make sure that there's no audio cutouts, because I've seen some few videos where there's some audio being cut out and things, but it seems like they didn't have the antenna properly out. And so I think that's the biggest thing, is you need these antennas here, and you also need this antenna here up and out, so that way it'll get the best signal. And so let's take it back up and see. When you have two transmitters, you're able to record in mono or stereo. And if you have both transmitters on and you're in mono mode, which is what it is in right now, both audio tracks are going to sit right on top of each other, right down the middle, left and right. It's all going to just sound the same. It's mono. It's just the same across the board, the left and the right channels, which, it's good if you've got consistent audio in both microphones. But if you are doing interviews and things like that, your microphone is consistent, but not everybody talks. Some people talk in a really low voice and some people in a really high voice, and it would just be a nightmare trying to balance all of that out in post on the same channel. And so brilliantly, they allowed you to split the signal, and so you've got group A in the left channel or right channel, and you've got the other group in the other channel, which bring it out in post. You can split those up, and then you can do your own individual adjustments to each of the different left and right channels, which would be each of these different microphones, and so it would be really good for that. We're going to switch that on and do some tests. All right, so now we are in stereo mode, and yeah, we're in stereo mode. And so if you wanted to do like an XY kind of configuration and get a nice stereo field, you could easily do that with these two microphones. Just mount them up and evenly spaced with the distance just right, and you could play around with it and you could get it, a good little stereo thing. Or if you wanted to get a little weird, you could do some wireless ASMR, and you could get the little dead cat and rub it on it, and rub it on it, rub it in your beard, and then rub it on the other side of your beard, and that would just be weird. But somebody out there likes that, and that is okay. Be who you are. Let's turn it back to mono so it don't get any weirder. All right, now we're back to normal, and we've did the distance test, and I've went over, pretty much everything that comes with the microphone, how to quickly, easily set it up, and just how do you think about the overall sound quality of this? I'm not going to do anything in post other than just make sure the levels are at a good, consistent level across the board. Other than that, no EQ or anything like that, so that way you can hear the actual raw information, the raw audio that's coming from the lavalier mic or coming from the built-in microphone. It's a great system. I really feel like I'm going to use it a lot. I really like the build quality of them. They feel nice. I like the distance, not that I'm ever going to be running down a football field, but if you want to see that, I may test that out. Find a football field, set camera up on one end, and then try not to die as I run to the other end to see if it actually gives us the distance. That'd be a fun little test to do. Comes with plenty of accessories. I like the dead cats, plenty of cables, so that way you're not fumbling around and having to buy extra cables. The only thing you have to buy if you want to charge all three at the same time is a couple more little USB-C cables. The transmitter is colored screen, and it has an output headphone jack, which is nice to be able to monitor, if you have a cameraman and not a one-man show like I am. Really good quality. As far as price goes, this is a little more than like the Rode Video Micro, but you do get with the two transmitter system, you do get two transmitters and one receiver. It's a little bit bigger. It weighs like 40 to 50 grams, so I don't know if I would want to necessarily clip it on a shirt, maybe in a jacket or something. But it's really good. They're big enough to be comfortable hand holding and not like super heavy. But you do definitely got to be mindful if you're using this. People tend to talk with their hands, and so you just kind of have them to hold it like this, or if you're using it just like this, kind of hold it and not talk with your hands, because that could throw the audio off, because it's not going to be able to, if it's facing that way, it's not going to be able to pick up the audio anyway. So yeah, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching, and hopefully this was helpful and useful and you found some value of it. I'm going to be doing some more tests, walk all the way around my yard, and I'm also going to eventually do some tests with some instruments, maybe plug straight into microphone input and just using the built-in microphone to record some guitar and some kalimba, maybe ukulele, and just to see how it transmits and see how it sounds that way. And so thanks for watching. All links are in the description, and I will talk to you later.